It's time to wake up with a nice cup of morning roast. Featuring
Fillmore's finest, Monte Hill. The pride of the Excelsior, Joe Butcher Boy Shasky.
Take him out!
You're listening to 95.7 The Game, the morning roast.
Jerome to throw it in. Poole gets free, catches, and the ball's knocked away. Picked up by Utah on the break. Beasley feeds in. Fontecchio with a jam. The Warriors are down by one. No timeouts. Ty Jerome throws it the length of the floor. Deflected. The ball game's over. The Warriors have lost this game.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
No.
Tim Roy on the call, 95.7 The Game. Let me just say, that just sucked. That just stunk. What a crappy way to end a basketball game. Fighting all the way back in the fourth quarter. You're down 11 with 9:52 left. Kuminga comes alive. Poole makes some just hellacious floaters. Moody's hit two top-of-the-key threes. He gets run.
Diving on the floor, getting loose
Hustling.
balls.
And you let the Utah Jazz steal one. Still won, and now I'll look at the next 8 games. And the Warriors right now on a 2-game losing streak.
Damn, you're really hurting from this.
I'm hurting.
I can tell.
2-game losing streak. Now you play Boston Saturday. They're going to be rested.
You know Boston.
You may not have Wiggins. They just beat Phoenix by 40 last night.
So for those that don't know, what's going on with Wiggins right now? Because I did see
Right
some
adductor
updates.
strain. Right adductor strain. Warrior fans, you know what time it is. A groin area injury. Right adductor strain. Reevaluated Monday. So he's going to miss the Boston game.
That stinks.
So you're on a 2-game losing streak. You're 2-11 on the road, the worst team in the NBA on the road. You can play Boston Saturday at Chase Center.
They're the worst in the NBA on the road.
Worst in the NBA on the road, 2-11. Play Boston Saturday.
Damn.
Then you go out on the road for 6 games. You go on the road, you play Milwaukee, Indiana on the back-to-back. Then you go to Philadelphia on a Friday. Then you play Toronto on a Sunday at 2 o'clock. And then you fly to New York City, and you play the Knicks and the Nets on the back-to-back. And then you get 3 days off, you come back home, you play the Memphis Grizzlies. Yesterday sucked as a Bay Area sports fan. I'm sorry.
I was going to ask you, like, where do you put that in terms of, like, days where multiple teams are playing? It's about as low as I could feel. Even only one team played.
It's just...
I mean, Jimmy G might not come back.
Jimmy G's not coming back, according to it's Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, okay.
Brock Purdy season, you got people out here pumping Brock Purdy up saying he might be better than Jimmy. So you got that going on. You got the Warriors losing games. Wiseman gets 5 minutes, and that's a conversation in itself. If you're gonna call up Wiseman from Santa Cruz and only play him 5 minutes, you might as well trade the kid.
I thought he looked pretty good.
I thought he looked good too.
Yeah, he had some really nice positives. And you know what? I was listening to him talk. I watched your guys' pregame show. What's the woman who does sideline reporting?
Zena Cada.
Zena. I didn't want to
Great
mispronounce her
breakdown.
name. She did. She broke it in. She was talking about his swagger coming back. And then he was sitting there with reporters. You guys cut to his sitting down. It felt like a different Wiseman.
Oh, he was happy.
I
He had
felt
an edge
so
to
good
him.
for him.
He talked about living in a big-ass hotel again and being in a big-ass soft bed.
Didn't it feel like and he? I love the way he played. Like, I know it's 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
I thought he played really good. No, the other question that I have: the longer Anthony Lamb plays, the less I want him on the court. And he started off so well. Now he thinks he's someone important. I'm like, dog, pass the rock.
3-7 yesterday for Anthony Lamb. So Wiseman only gets 5 minutes, and my question is, if he's only going to play 5 minutes with a big league team, you might as well go find somebody who could play 15 minutes. You know what? I'm looking at Kelly Olynyk on the other side and said, damn, he might be a good fit for an 8th man coming off the bench for 15, 20 minutes.
If that's what you're going to use him as, yes.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm
I don't know.
about done. If you're going to lose, right, in a game like yesterday where it's like, okay, you're going to sit everybody. So to me, you're telling me that, I don't really care about this game. Why is Anthony Lamb and Ty Jerome getting all those minutes?
Yeah, and so you got that.
They missed free throws down the stretch. They didn't execute the inbound plays. I mean, I thought there were some fouls, but it's hard for me to be crying over fouls when you fought to get back in that game to begin with, when you started off third quarter so bad.
So you get that happening. Xander Bogaerts signs with the Padres, 11 years, $280 million. The Giants still,
that was bad.
for some reason, somebody thinks the Giants are going to sign Carlos Correa and Carlos Rodon
I'm
today.
laughing at this point, B.
The Giants embarrass themselves, and a lot of people embarrass themselves. I thought it was a 95% chance they're going to sign Aaron Judge. No, didn't happen.
I'm pretty
Didn't
mad at
happen.
him, too. I'm not
mad at. I'm not mad at Judge.
I know you're not, but
I'm not mad at Judge. If I'm Aaron Judge and I look at the Giants roster, I'm saying, you want me to sign there?
Wouldn't
You want me to? That's baseball hell right now.
but
The Giants are baseball hell right now. They are.
No, I agree.
That
with you.
roster stinks. Stinks.
I'm not
mad at Aaron Judge.
I'm not. Well,
I'm not mad at him.
He went over the top to squeeze them
No,
and
well,
use them as a pawn. He never
We got
had any
suckered.
intention. I
You know
agree.
what? Because you know
I
why?
agree.
The Giants are game goofy. That's why. They're game goofy. All right? They got suckered because they're game goofy.
I'm telling you, and I know Gabe won't do this. I know they won't because we don't hit anyone. I swear to God, if I watch Aaron Judge take one swing against the Giants opening weekend, the Giants play the Yankees opening weekend in baseball. If I watch him take one swing, he better be walked or thrown at and I'm not advocating that he gets hurt. No. I'm saying in the back, between the nines, I don't want him taking one swing against the Giants in that 3-game series. Yeah. Not one swing. But Gabe will never do it.
So the Warriors lose yesterday. They dropped to 13-13. You heard the inbounds play there. 6.4 seconds left. Jordan Poole would like to see him hold the ball. To kill, Alexander Walker made a great play to swipe from behind. The play before, the possession before, Klay Thompson admitted that he fell asleep on Malik Beasley because we all thought, okay, they're going to go in for the layup. A great play by Alexander Walker to act like he was going to hit the layup. Passes it out to Beasley for the wide open three, and of course he hits it. Just catastrophic because we saw Jonathan Kuminga turn another corner. We saw the young man turn another corner. Defensively, locking up Jordan Clarkson to the point where Jordan Clarkson wanted to square up after the referee got involved. Clarkson didn't want to smoke with Kuminga. Kuminga laughed at him
3 times. He should be, and then the referee was in between them, and then he did something again, and I'm like, dude, Clarkson needs to be suspended for a game or two. Like, I thought it was clown behavior from him. I actually thought Kuminga showed tremendous maturity by not taking the bait.
No, well, he almost did it. Dante DiVincenzo came in and held him back.
Agreed.
And Kuminga laughed at him.
But he's a young player, B.
Well, Kuminga is showing us. And I go back. It's pretty ironic that we played the Tim Roy cut coming into the show. Because Tim Roy was the guy at the first ever game Kuminga played in the NBA, the California Classic in Sacramento. And after the game, he said, Bonte, this guy reminds me of Ron Artest. And I can't unsee it at times. Yesterday, locking up Clarkson, making it difficult for him in the half court. Jonathan Kuminga, he literally tried to will the Warriors back into that game, and he did with the 2 monster dunks, the stare down. He hit the nice quarter three. He was 10-13. This kid, the rest of the way, Steve Kerr has to find 20 to 25 minutes a game for Jonathan Kuminga and just let the kid play. Let the kid play.
Full endorsement.
Let the kid play. He's your most athletic player. He's locking dudes up. He gets above the rim. He's trying to dunk on your head.
His catch and shoot
Let him
is
play.
good.
It's getting better and better and better.
He got called for a travel. I don't know, at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Got called for a travel. And then on 3 consecutive possessions, attacking the rim. Finished with the sick dunk off the spin move. Then he had the left-handed layup. And then how about the right-handed one in traffic?
And then he had to pump fake dunk late in the game after Jordan Poole fouled him. I
think he had a catch and shoot 3, but I think that was the end of the third.
Yeah, it's Jonathan Kuminga's coming around, and over his last 9 games, he's averaging over 20 minutes a game. This is all I asked for at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Just get these kids 15 minutes a game. Now, Kuminga plays, he shines out. Great game from him. Loved what I saw. I would start him Saturday against Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
I'm here for that.
Just start him.
Yes.
Let him play.
Yes.
Let him learn. The biggest, and that's the thing. Long term, this game is going to do wonders for the youngsters like Moody, like Kuminga.
I thought it was a good step forward for Moody.
It was a great step forward.
Because I felt like Moody felt a little lost.
Right.
And to see him dive on the floor and get those extra possessions, and he hits that 3, I'm like, let's go.
He should be playing.
I agree.
And Moody said last week, he said it sucked not playing. This kid wants to play.
Yeah.
Now, we'll get to Jordan Poole, 36 points yesterday. Tied a career high for getting to the free throw line 13 times.
He's got to hit both of those free throws.
He's got to hit, and that's the one free throw he missed. That's the one free throw he missed, and what do you know?
I know.
You blow a 4-point lead.
I know.
And you lose a game that you had no business losing.
Well, and everybody's crushing Klay for falling off of his man on that possession. I would say this. Clay had a huge third quarter that kept them in that
Yeah.
game. They could have been blown out in that third quarter because they went possessions where no one had any good looks but Klay Thompson. I thought Clay played a really good game.
He did. 8 of 25, however.
It wasn't his most efficient.
But missed a lot of layups. But I love when he got the ball stolen, which he was fouled out 3 different times.
Yeah, why-
But Mark Davis wasn't calling anything yesterday. Movie screens, guys were getting popped in the head left and right. It was a joke. Mark Davis, JB DeRosa, and Finney Ransom.
But that's his name?
That's his name. Finney Ransom.
Okay.
They were a clown. It was a clown show last night. It was another. But the referees had.
Olnick fell on Jordan Poole on the loose ball, and I was like, what are we doing here?
I mean, guys are getting elbowed in the head, no calls. I mean,
it's
both sides.
And it's Klay Thompson. Okay, so on the inbound
Mark
prior,
Davis is the guy who called the charge on Wiggins when he ducked all over Luka. That's the
right,
same guy.
That's right. But no, there was the sequence where they're inbounding the ball with 26? Is it 26 seconds left to Klay Thompson? He's standing there, and it looked to me, it's one of those, we're fouling you to put
Right.
you on the line and stopping, and I hit you in the hand.
Fouled him 3 different times.
And then Olnick gets the rip, and Klay turns to the official like, are you going to call that?
3 different times they fouled him. So that happens. And Utah, but he made a great recovery. He blocks the shot on
Yes.
Fontecchio.
Yes.
Simone Fontecchio. He blocks a shot there. So that was cool. But, it's a tough one, man. Yesterday was a tough day for a Bay Area sports fan. They finally got to me. Post-game show, I was just like, you know what? I've had it. Today sucked. Today stunk. For the Giants, for the Niners, for the Warriors. Yesterday stuck.
I tried to take a nap, right? Your boy was pretty exhausted yesterday. I wake up, I flip open Instagram, and what's the first thing I see? You singing to Queen on your Instagram. Another One Bites the Dust. And I was like, this guy's just driving the stake right through my heart.
Went through every Giants fan heart. So I'm trying to get through it. I'm trying to sing through it.
Bro, I don't even know. Like, honestly,
another
today,
one bites the dust.
I can't even be mad this morning. I know a lot of people are of the Warriors. Yesterday was such an exhausting day from my emotional well-being. I can't be angry today. I just can't. It just is what it is.
Bump, bump, bump. Another one bites the dust.
And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey.
Bump.
That's gonna get to you. Another one bites the dust.
And I'm driving by Oracle Park yesterday on the way to work, and I look over to the right. And I see a Metallica. I think they got a Metallica wall banner up there on the bricks. And I'm just looking, thinking, like, man, that place is going to be so damn empty next year.
Might be the time to get in on tickets.
I'm not spinning a dime.
And then when you said at the end of your video, we got Mitch Haniger, baby.
Haniger.
I swear to God, it was the funniest part of the whole video. I had to post it on Twitter. It was like dragging. You took the steak with the garlic and threw it right through my vampire heart.
We got Mitch Haniger.
Poor guy.
Haniger. Mitch Haniger. Poor guy. No Aaron Judge. It's just, it was a depressing day. By the end of it, it was depressing. It was. And you know what? I'm going to have to, for next year, look, if the Giants are going to take a year off and wait for these prospects, then I'll take a year off.
Oh, are you?
And I'll go root for the other orange and black team. I'll go root for the Baltimore Orioles.
No.
I don't care. I'm just a fan of the game at this point. When it comes to baseball, when it comes to baseball,
what are you?
I'm not even going to be I'm not going to be committed to anybody anymore. I'm just going to be a fan of the game.
Who's the
and
guy
I'm just
who
going
wears-
to cover it as a journalist.
Give me Rob Lowe. The
Thank you.
MLB hat.
That's it. Yes.
There it is.
Rob Lowe wears
There
the
it is.
NFL hat where he's
There
just
it
sitting there.
is.
So you're just going to wear an MLB hat like an umpire?
Until they do something with Farhan.
Can we play a game?
What's that?
In 7 minutes, let's play a game. It's called Can You Guess Who's on the List of the Highest Career Earners in Giants History? Just to show you how antiquated the Giants are.
Brendan Belt's up there, huh?
Oh, come on, dog.
Brendan Crawford,
Of
Buster
course.
Posey,
Oh, we're already playing the game, huh?
Hunter Pitts.
Okay.
Who else? Bumgarner?
Oh, Bumgarner's on the list.
Matt Cain?
I'll give you 13. You get top 13. Top 13 all-time career earners.
All right, Buster Posey.
One, he's on there. Number 2 all-time.
Madison Bumgarner.
Madison Bumgarner's on the list. He's number 12 all time.
Is Barry Bonds on that list?
Barry Bonds is your number one
Yeah,
all
number
time.
one.
That's number one on the board.
Right.
Would you like to keep or throw it over to the other side? What is that, Family Feud? Yeah,
Family
okay.
Feud.
184 million over 15 years career earnings. 184. 184 gets you maybe a fourth outfielder in today's day and age. So yes, he's number one all time.
So you got Bumgarner, you got Kane. Lindsey comes on that list, huh?
Kane is 3 all time.
yep.
138 he made over 13 seasons.
Pence. Did I say
Bumgarner
Pence?
is 12th all time, 62 million over 11 seasons.
Pence is on that list.
Pence is number 6 all time with 105 million
Brandon
over
Belt.
6.
Good answer.
Brendan Belt.
Brandon Belt, 96 million.
Brendan Crawford.
86 million. He's your number 9.
Damn. Who else is on this? Johnny Cueto?
Johnny Cueto's number 5 at 116 million over 7
Jeff
years.
Samardzija?
Jeff Samardzija is number 10.
How many more do we have?
$79 million
How many more do we have left?
I mean, you're only missing one. Big one. The big ones.
Jeff Kent?
Jeff Kent not on the list.
Wow. Aaron Rowan.
Aaron Rowan is 13th all time, 60 million over 4 years.
Oh, my gosh. Is Benji on this list? Benji
Benji
Molina?
is not on the list.
Not Pablo. Pablo's not on this
Pablo,
list.
not on the list.
I said Crawford. I said Belt. Missing one more. Gosh.
Timmy Lincecum.
I said Lincecum.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh, yeah,
101.
Timmy. Yeah.
101 over 9. One last person, the 11th all-time career earner in Giants history. One of my least
So-
favorite acquisitions of all time.
Barry Zito's not on the list?
Oh, he's Barry Zito. We already said him. He's 4th. His name is Evan Longoria. He cashed in with 66 million over 6 years from the Giants.
Cash me out one time.
And now I got, you know, if we brought the panic meter out for the Golden State Warriors, because Giants, the panic meter's broken.
Fonte, is
they're
that the
gonna
most
finish in fourth place.
antiquated
It's
list
just-
of highest paid players of all time or what?
Anybody who's got faith in Farhan, faith in this organization, faith in this regime of closing the deal, I don't.
Forbes-
The Padres have lapped them. The Padres have lapped them. All right? The Padres have lapped. You want to? Anybody can get jokes off on the Padres. Well, they haven't won anything. Where they're getting closer and closer and closer and closer.
Fonte, let me give you the top 4 right now salaries for the Padres. Fernando Tatis Jr., 14 years, $340 million. Manny Machado, what do you think that deal is?
Oh, it's a big time $300 million deal,
Yeah,
right?
for 10 years. Look at
Yep.
you. You're very sharp.
Xander
And then
Bogaerts,
Xander
11,
Bogaerts, number 3.
11 for 280, and Juan Soto's going to get $300 million.
We haven't even brought him up. You Darvish, 6 for 126.
Yeah, they're spending money left
Joe
and right.
Musgrove, 5 for 100.
Yep, they're not
The
playing.
cost of doing business in baseball starts at $100 million.
The Giants making a mistake. You know, if Joe Lacob and the Warriors would have saw Aaron Judge, they would have brought the squad, and they would have been like, we're starting at $400 million.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says about negotiations.
Thank you.
That's not how you negotiate.
Yeah, it's-
Well, when you're the Giants,
Yeah, thank
and
you.
you got no star power, and you're basically selling what's going to happen in 2024, because that's all you did last season in 2022. All they did was sell you, well, in 2024, and I'm thinking to myself, well, what about 2023? We're going to just skip over that? Fine. I'll skip over being a Giants fan in 2023 and go root for the Baltimore Orioles / the Oakland A's. Swear to God. Swear to God. I swear to God. And I say it 3 times. I say it one more time. I swear to God. I'll back out of the Giants for 2023 since they want to keep talking about 2024. And if you don't start at $400 million with Aaron Judge, well, no wonder you didn't get him out. Oh, you want to go back and forth with the New York Yankees? Well, we got $320 for you. Judge goes back to the Yankees. Oh, they got $320 for me. You can't do that.
Fonte,
You got to start at $400 million.
You know, we love Barry, hustlers, players, things like that.
Get your guy.
They got played as hard as anyone in the history of sports by Aaron Judge. Like, honest to God, they were never even a real possibility. I don't believe it for a second. This guy hired a videographer to wink into the camera. He played them like a fiddle. It honestly feels like a war crime. Like that's the Giants have committed. Like I don't know how you can look at this front office ever the same and say, "Yep, I believe in you."
Unbelievable. Whew. Segment was brought to you by Golden State Lumber. Serving the Bay Area for 3 generations. When you succeed, we succeed. Visit GoldenStateLumber.com. The Giants better hope the A's don't get a stadium. They better hope. Better hope they don't get a stadium on the waterfront. What's coming up next on the game brought to you by Fremont Bank, full-service banking, no compromises, and outdoor supply hardware. More on the Golden State Warriors. They've got a road trip coming up, and boy, it is daunting. And no, I'm not skipping past the Celtics on Saturday because they're coming in here, and they're going to try to embarrass the Dubs at Chase Center. But this road trip coming up, the next 8 games, not easy. Not easy at all. So